Question number 9, which has two texts which we have to kind of compare. Text 1. Conventional wisdom long held that human social systems evolved in stages, beginning with hunter-gatherers forming small bands of members with roughly equal status. The shift to agriculture about 12,000 years ago sparked population growth that led to the emergence of groups with hierarchical structures. Associations of clans first, then chiefdoms, and finally bureaucratic states. Now, text 2. In a 2021 book, anthropologist David Graeber and archaeologist David Wengrow maintain that humans have always been socially flexible, alternately forming systems based on hierarchy and collective ones with decentralized leadership. The authors point to evidence that as far back as 50,000 years ago, some hunter gatherers adjusted their social structures seasonally, at times dispersing in small groups, but also assembling into communities that included esteemed individuals. So, based on the text, how would Graeber and Wengrow, which is mentioned in text 2, most likely respond to the conventional wisdom presented in text 1? So, text 1 is just having some conventional wisdom without any proof or anything, where just people think that human beings evolved in like stages or in a linear way, hunter gatherers, and then when agriculture happened, population growth was there, and then there were hierarchical structures, clans, chiefdoms, and then it grew linearly like that. But now in 2021, which is quite recent, we have an anthropologist and an archaeologist. That means they actually have some kind of evidence to show that it's something different. They adjusted. They say that the hunter gatherers adjusted their social structures seasonally at times and dispersing in small groups, but also assembling into communities that included esteemed individuals. So, based on this, we have to tell how would Graeber and Wengrow most likely respond. How will they respond if they read about the conventional wisdom presented in text 1? Would it be A, by conceding the importance of hierarchical systems but asserting the greater significance of decentralized collective societies? Will they concede that conventional wisdom is correct? Or B, by disputing the idea that developments in social structures have followed a linear progression through distinct stages? Or are they going to dispute it? C, by acknowledging that hierarchical roles likely weren't a part of social systems before the rise of agriculture? Or D, by challenging the assumption that groupings of hunter-gatherers were among the earliest forms of social structure. So if you said B, that is correct, because here they would dispute because best answer, because it describes the way, most likely way that Graeber and Wengrow would respond to the conventional wisdom. This is conventional wisdom without any proof presented in text 1. In text 1, conventional wisdom about human social systems is that they developed through stages, beginning with hunter-gatherer bands, then moving to clans, associations, chiefdoms, and then arriving with the bureaucratic states, those kind of things. Whereas text 2 indicates that Graeber and Wengrow believe that human societal systems have been flexible. It's not linear. So they are socially flexible as per what the evidence they even found, shifting between different types of structures, and sometimes it was hierarchical and sometimes it was collective. The alternative between hierarchy and collective according to the evidence they found. And these shifts may have even occurred seasonally. So this suggests that Graeber and Wengrow would actually dispute, because they have some evidence to suggest that it was not linear how it was based on the conventional wisdom. It's not how with conventional wisdom it has been described. That's not how it happened. So this suggests that Graeber and Wengrow would dispute the idea that developments in social structures have followed a linear progression through distinct stages. Now A is they are conceding, it says. So that is incorrect, because nothing in text 2 suggests that Graeber and Wengrow believe that decentralized collective societies are more significant than hierarchical. So importance of hierarchical systems. So it is just text 2 is focused on Graeber and Wengrow's view that humans have flexibly shifted among various social structures, not the importance of particular structures relative to others. And C is also incorrect because text 2 doesn't include any information suggesting that Graeber and Wilgrow believe that hierarchies didn't emerge until after the rise of agriculture. So this is not mentioned. Okay. In fact, text 2 indicates that Graeber and Wilgrow cite evidence suggesting that some gatherer groups formed social structures with hierarchical elements. That too 50,000 years ago, long before the rise of agriculture. In text 1, it is in fact talking about 12,000 years ago. Okay. And then finally, choice D is also not correct because there is no information in text 2 suggesting that Graeber and Wilgrow would challenge the assumptions that groupings of hunter-gatherers were among the earliest forms of social structure. Text 1 does indicate that hunter-gatherer groups are assumed to be the earliest human social system. And text 2 only says that Graeber and Wilgrow believe that some hunter-gatherer groups made use of different social structures at different times. So text 2 doesn't imply that Graeber and Wengrow doubt that hunter-gatherer groups preceded most other social structures. They are just having the thing that hunter-gatherers adjusted their social structures. They didn't have like a linear progression as conventional wisdom says. So choice B would be that they would dispute because they don't agree with the linear progression as mentioned in conventional wisdom. So I hope that's understood. We can move on to question 10.